Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. How are you doing?
I'm
How
good. I'm
are
good.
you?
It's a privilege to
Okay.
be here. I don't take it for
Okay.
granted.
Thank you so much. This has been a long time coming. I feel we are supposed to have had this conversation a long time ago, but I just really want to thank you again for agreeing to do this. I mean, it was such short notice, but then you said yes, and I thank you for it. But for those that haven't met you before, and for those that don't know you, can you tell us who you are? What's your name and what do you do?
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Gone, for this opportunity. I never take any opportunity to share my story for granted. So, my name is Eniola. Like you said, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm an IT professional. Um, I wrote a book recently titled The Champion Speaks. I'm still learning how to call myself an author. I'm still learning. It's coming. It's coming. So I wrote a book about my son's journey, which I believe I'll be able to talk about later, called The Champion Speaks. And out of that book has come a community, a parenting community for families raising neurodivergent children, traveling beyond the label. Needless to say, this time last year, I was nowhere near I wasn't doing anything close to what I'm doing right now. So basically,
Wow.
a lot can happen in 1 year, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity. And really, it all started with the decision to write a book. I mean, it's just been an amazing journey, and I'm just grateful to God that I agreed because there were many
Exactly.
opportunities to back out. But
Listen, do you know that this thing is the very subtle part of this journey
yeah,
that is almost scary to me sometimes when you think about it, because it's a very simple decision. Like you could have just said, are you not a working? You were working.
yeah,
You
still
had your
working.
life.
Yeah,
Exactly, you're still working. You had your life already going,
yeah,
but then the opportunity came, the thought came, you some things happened, and then you just said, okay, let me do this. And look at how, let's continue the gist. Look at how there's just so much, like, from such a very simple decision that you took, there's just so much that has come out of it. And
yeah.
I really hope that people will be able to be sensitive enough in our lives. That's a prayer that I keep praying. I keep praying that we'll be sensitive enough, because destiny defining decisions are not going to be shouting, see me,
True.
oh, I'm destiny defining, oh,
Yeah,
pick me. They will not be shouting. It will just be
very
simple thoughts,
subtle.
very subtle thoughts. But then you took decision. And I thank you for it. I wanted to touch on last year. Let's start from like how you even, okay, let's start from where, how did you even decide to, when did the thoughts start coming,
Hmm.
and how did you now decide to actually take the decision to write the book?
Okay. Actually, around this time last year, the journey started I serve as a children's teacher in
Oh,
church. So
okay.
for many years, I've always been surrounded by children. This was this, and I just really saw a need. I joined a new church when I moved to my present city, Cambridge, United Kingdom.
Hmm.
And as I was taking my children to the children's church, I just really saw a lot of children, some children, not a lot, some children that
Hmm.
were like manifesting just like how my children were. And I
Hmm.
just observed the way things were running in the church, and I just really felt like there was a gap that I could use my lived experience. I'd never served as a church worker, as a
Hmm.
children's minister or anything like that. I've never done that, but I just really felt my experience raising two neurodivergent children would support, the ministry. So I decided to
Hmm.
join. And when I joined, I just started to, you know, get to know these children and things like that. Sometimes
Hmm.
you read the body language of the parents, you just feel like some parents have kind of figured out this unique parenting journey, while some other people are still on the process.
Yes.
And I just had a burning desire, I would say around this time last year, that maybe I should just create like parenting community, just something small that we can just be sharing knowledge. But I ran away from that idea. I was like, this is such a big thing. Where am I going to start from? I mean, I'm still navigating my own journey and I want to add
Right.
other people's own. But I
Right.
was at least wise enough to write it down. So I wrote it down, I left it. Then I think a few weeks, I feel like I was just being settled. A few weeks after that, I was just reflecting on my son's journey because we were counting down towards his 10-year-old birthday in December, just last December.
Wow.
I now stumbled upon a journal that I kept at the beginning of his journey when he wasn't speaking. So
Mm.
the idea behind that journal was just to share the story to him, when he's clocking a milestone. And I was just overwhelmed with emotions as I read through
Oh,
those.
wow.
And it just felt like that thought, that idea, whatever you want to call it, instruction, anything you want to call it, just like,
Yeah.
if you really want to help people, why don't you turn this into a book? Of course, the
Mm.
first reaction is, God, I can't, it's not possible. I can't survive that voice. It cannot be God. Because I looked at the journal, very personal, for those that keep journals, you know how personal they can be.
Yes.
But I could not just shake the feeling. I could not shake the feeling. So as I was just going through, different, I would say the best way to describe it is restlessness and urgency.
Mm.
I just
Yes.
could not shake it. I could not shake it. So I said, okay, let me bring this journal into a big screen. Let me even start to even see how it's possible.
Okay.
And I started to research books, similar books and things like that. It was a roller coaster of emotions, but
Oh,
as
wow.
you can tell that at that point I was beginning to warm up to the idea, but I still did not know how I was going to do it because I'd never written a book before. I mean, writing a book looked like it's still a big deal to me,
It's still a big deal.
but I just knew I had to just figure it out, and I knew that I had to turn out that book before my son's 10-year-old birthday, just to also fulfill the desire I had to give it to him on a milestone birthday. And as I just embraced the decision, I just remembered that community idea that I had before, and it
Mm.
just felt like it was a perfect thing to just merge both
Do.
ideas
Yes.
together. And I just really thought it was going to be something small, but the thing had just blown out of proportion in my hand. It just felt like step by step. I was like, okay, once this girl agrees to do this one, then
The
we now
next.
chip
Yes.
more.
Yes.
That's how we felt. But I'm grateful. It's a very, very tough journey to be vulnerable, because neurodivergence is not a nice thing to say.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I've been learning on how to learn how to say it so that it's acceptable. But we have a long way to go in terms of acceptance, and I'm just grateful for the privilege to advocate in my own way.
Advocate. Yes.
So yeah, so that's how we
Yeah.
started. Go Neil.
As you just mentioned, like the vulnerability, I actually wanted to touch on a little bit on that in terms of like how were you able, because it's such a personal story. I can imagine it's such a personal story about your son. And
Yeah.
I'm wondering how you are able to overcome the fears of, okay, you have to put this book out there. And how are you, what were the thoughts that made you overcome those fears?
The first, I won't say I've overcome the fear fully. As I'm sitting downstairs,
You're
but
already
yeah,
blazing to me.
yeah,
I'm already
yeah.
seeing you blaze.
I'll say I cannot share this openly because I now have a relationship with the mother of the child. All through the time that I was writing the book, there was this image of a child, one of the children in my church.
Mm,
That image was just plaguing me. And at the time, I don't even think they had gotten a diagnosis for the child. So it just
mm,
felt like that was like the motivation, that I don't know how to explain it, but I just kept seeing that child.
mm,
I just kept seeing that child. And so
mm.
when I feel like giving up, and I remember that child, and I remember I want to help, and I remember. So that image just kept me going. And of course, I
Mm.
started to ask, I decided to, obviously, you can't embark on such a Herculean task without getting consent from your family. I think
Yes.
fear really started to break when I I told my husband that this was what I wanted to do, and he was like, "Oh, let's go, let you know." And those are not my husband. I was really expecting him to say nah,
No.
nah, but he
Yeah.
was he was so supportive. I
Oh,
opened
wow.
up to my close friends. Everyone was so supportive. But now I felt like all these people you are looking for to tell you no, they're all on your
They're all
they're
here.
all in agreement. So that's when the fear now started to kind of break, small by small, little by little. And then when I came across the accountability group as well, for where I got the template of everything about writing a book, the SAW accountability group, I think it was called at the time.
Yeah.
All the fear almost kind of started to ease off, all the worries I had about how finances were going to come. My sister, my biological sister, another friend of mine that calls herself I call her my sister. They
Right.
funded that whole. So it was like everything I was afraid of, God was just finding a way to just ease it off. His friends and family, they've given you consent. What other excuse? Is it not money? Money has come. Whatever excuse, it was like no matter what, no matter the excuse I tried to come up with, there was always something to eliminate that excuse, if I can put it like that. So yeah, that was that. It wasn't easy. This thing I'm saying that I'm
Yes.
smiling. I was dealing with emotions. I was dealing with the fact that even some of my family members and my friends did not even know that I was navigating neurodiversity
These
or some
things.
sort of autism diagnosis. So it was like my coming out of hiding phase, where all the things I've been hiding will now have to come out. But I just knew
Yes.
I had to do it. You just kind of know,
Yes.
and you find a way to just pack your fears to the side and realize this thing is bigger than you. So you just have to trust. And I think that pushed me to really trust God, to just really help me, because I knew that if God, you don't help me, is you have disgracing, But it was that kind of feeling. So it really drew me to really, really incline my ear to the best of my ability to hear what God was saying. And he just kept putting people around me that were just confirming and telling me things that really look big, and I just dared to just do it and be like, whoa, I'm already in it, we move.
We
It
move.
was that kind of attitude.
I
Yeah.
love what I'm hearing, because especially when you started with I think this is the path, the visionary path, especially if you are a person of faith and you're being led by the Lord. He's going to put a burden, or you will see the burden, like the picture of that boy.
Yeah.
You will see the burden, or you will see the prominent opposition or the darkness that you're tackling, your book is going to be tackling. Like it will be there. You can
Yeah.
feel it. For in fact, this is not even for only books, for
Yeah.
any assignment that God puts in your hand. And if you haven't started to see it, I encourage you to actually ask for it, because it will be a driving force.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that I know this, because that the reason I'm doing this, the reason I'm doing all of this conversation. Oh my goodness, like God just showed it to me so clearly that I'm like, what? This is what these people are doing. I'm not sitting still until I see what I believe God is asking me to do live,
Beautiful.
birthed. And it's just so beautiful, because at the end of the day, it will now really help you. It is even that energy is the reason things are coming. Like you will see people, it draws things, it
Yeah.
draws people, it draws communities, like the sub
Community.
community that you were
Yeah.
part of. And I
Part
would
of
really
that.
love you to mention, because you were uh, uh, last year in 2024, you were
Yeah.
in the sub community, and I just want you, how did that experience help shape you, help you in your journey? The sub community is currently ongoing right now.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, this event is actually a lot of the people are in the sub community
Oh,
right now.
fantastic. Great.
Yes, so I really
So
like.
community.
Yeah.
Um, like you see, another reason why we have fear also is lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge.
Mm,
When there's a knowledge
yes.
gap, there's fear. So I knew
Yes.
that one way to also tackle the fear is to go and find out what it means to write a book. And you see, I you see, on this journey, you have to learn to open your mouth. Oh. I came across a friend, Sharon. I think I know where Sharon knew you. You guys were part of a group. I don't
Ah.
know, one of those something that you did. She came
Okay.
to minister in my church. She's my very good friend from way back. We used to go to the same church. We had not seen each other for years. So we're so excited to see each other. So we're catching up. And she just mentioned, she was just like, how am I doing? And I just told her, I don't even know how I even had the audacity to tell her, because I had not connected with her for a long time. I was like, Sharon, no, I want to do something very ridiculous. Like, I want to write a book and things like that. She was just listening to me. She was like, that she will recommend me to somebody, that she knows somebody, that she will recommend me. So that was how she sent me the details, and I enrolled on So. And from the moment, even, in fact, before I even joined, all the materials I got about blueprints and everything, I was like, wow. It was just like the template for writing the book was just dropped on my laps, bam, free of charge,
Wow.
without,
Wow.
and I
Wow.
just reflect on that, and I was like, if I did not ask, open my mouth, how would I probably would have had to go through a more expensive route. I would have taken time that I wouldn't have been able to even. So I'm grateful that I can't even say I was discerning. I don't know. I guess the excitement of it. And I know that
Yes.
Sharon is
Yes.
a very spiritual woman. So I just thought she was just going to just pray. I wasn't expecting that she would have such a concrete resource like a book
Mm.
community to join. And from the moment I joined the SOC community, I was one of those people at the back that wasn't saying anything, because I was just soaking all the information. I was just like, these people don't know what they've done. Like, they've told me everything. As I'm watching those YouTube videos, I'll pause, I'll write, I'll do, so I literally
Wow.
got the templates, also monitoring the things, the conversations on the WhatsApp group. And I realized I started getting a bit more confident about this Herculean task in front of me, that
Mm.
that means
Mm.
I can see that this thing is possible, but
It
it
is.
also meant that I had to put in the work, because it was more like, you have no excuse now. I mean, which other
Yes.
excuse now do you want to give? It literally felt
Exactly.
like I had no other excuse, because I had the template, everything about promoting the book and all of that was just from the community. And I'm so grateful to that community. That's why no matter where they call me, I'm ready, because I know that
Oh,
they're a big part of this journey. And
yes.
community matters. Oh, don't suffer in
It
silence.
does.
Ask
It
for help.
does.
you
It
know.
really does. I
Yeah, ask
cannot
for help.
tell you the number of times that I have needed. Maybe I know that sometimes it's also if there are people that also believe that it's just personality types, and
Mm,
personality types can actually affect the way that your predisposition to communities.
mm,
But whatever personality type you have, there's always a community. Sorry, there's always a community that you can leverage for your
total,
assignments.
total.
Every single thing that I have done, every single thing from the moment I started on this journey,
Mm,
communities were a big part of it. A big, big part of it. And I encourage everyone, whatever assignment, whether it's a book assignment, you've heard her, the SOAR community is still there. We are this year, so the SOAR community last year, I was doing a lot of webinars and like almost on a monthly basis, teaching what I have learned on my book writing journey, because that was the beginning of me really accepting this assignment. And it's interesting because for me too, it was as you were on your own path.
yeah,
I was on my own path of figuring out this assignment that God has given me and just how to really leverage it. And the SOC community gave me that platform to
mm,
just show up and
mm,
validated this mandate and this assignment to me. So even when we had to like repackage it in a different way this year, I still was just like, I know that I have something concrete going and I should continue to go on it. And I thank God today we're almost 150 right now.
wow.
I'm just like, God, there's something here. And I would continue to listen in and see how He will help me to navigate this group to just
Mm,
really help people, because there's a real work
yeah.
in terms of being able to catch God's thoughts, because that's what the mandate here beyond the book writing is
Mm,
actually brazen scribes, people
mm,
that are able to align with God's thoughts along certain areas. For you, it is neurodivergency. And you
mm,
can see that it's not always going to be like some spiritual,
no.
everybody is going to be talking about faith
Yeah.
or some spiritual. There are many, many spaces
Dimensions. Yeah.
that God wants to speak. And He will not speak through an unbeliever because they
Mm,
cannot hear Him.
mm,
They can't hear Him. But you and I, we can hear Him and we can receive His
mm,
thoughts for that different spaces. And I just want you to tell me about, like, since uh since writing this book and just launching it and everything, what has happened so far? The community, what is the community like? Just
Hmm.
give us a little bit of how it has been.
It's so funny because the whole motivation behind this community was really to help people. But
Mm.
I would say almost 9 months in, it is me that has received help because I
Oh
have been
wow.
transformed. Like
I know.
I first of all, the idea behind the community, the vision at the beginning was, we'll just be helping each other at the side. Nobody will know us. It's nothing like that. We're a registered community, a
Mm.
community interest company, we call it in the UK. We have a
Yes.
group of primarily mothers presently
Mm.
who are raising children with different divergent conditions. We have a
Mm.
WhatsApp group. We have all sorts of social media platforms and audience, and we do virtual events where we bring professionals. So
Okay.
one of the things that I say helped at the beginning was after the virtual book launch I did. It just felt like I received the vision and the message for what the
Okay.
community entailed. And the vision is more about empowering parents for them to
Okay.
have the knowledge to support their children. Part of the vision is also to partner with professionals so that they can
Mm.
give us that knowledge. And another part of the vision is advocacy, not just
Yes.
advocacy for our own children, but advocacy for everyone, navigating this difference. And the
Mm.
message is something that I've realized has become more serious for the person that
Yes.
sends me, So we do a lot of virtual events. We have physical events planned as well where professionals will come and share their knowledge. We've rolled out all
Wow.
sorts of initiatives like Care
Mm.
for Carers, where we provide kind of self-care packages, for people. We have also in the process of partnering with different organizations for like after school. We've done one before through Cambridge
Mm.
Science Center. So the group is just evolving, and
Amazing.
we're already kind of, and this is just almost 9 months in. And I think
Wow.
what is critical for me to mention here is at the beginning, I felt like I knew what I was going to do in terms of how the community will be, but I felt like I've had to relearn and readjust the strategy because you
Mm.
cannot meet the needs of people without having data. You cannot meet the needs of people by assumptions. So I immersed myself. I saw the community as an avenue to build connection with the mothers.
Mm.
So I became more and more intentional in getting to know each individual that is part of the community. It's work. Oh God.
Wow.
So I took a special interest. It's an ongoing thing. I'm not saying I know everybody yet, but the more I got to know each individual and the child, the more I felt like I'm a part of them and they're a
Mm.
part of me. I see the children as my children. And that
Mm.
makes me take the advocacy thing so personal. Like their
Mm.
challenges are like my challenges.
Mm.
So it's a very serious business for me. It's not just Eniola and Sons right now. It's these people. So I take it
Wow.
very, very seriously. And I know that the person that sends me, I believe, by the grace of God, which is God, is
Mm.
very concerned about the souls of these people. And that is,
Yeah.
I don't take it as a small task,
Ah,
you know.
yeah.
So that is the energy in which I bring. So on days where the group is quiet, I don't feel bad anymore because I know
Exactly.
that I'm doing what I need to do, and I've built such a
Exactly.
connection with them, and I love them as my own family, and I won't have it any other way. It took a lot from me. It's still taking a lot from me, but I'm trusting God for wisdom, and I have, because it's a registered company, we have directors as well, so I'm accountable to other people as well. So it's just been a whole journey of learning, and the journey continues.
It is.
The journey
Wow.
continues, but I'm grateful.
Wow.
At the beginning, I was like, let's go and get people. Let's grow the community. Now I'm very careful because I know with each new person that comes, I have to build a connection. So I'm just like, let's start to meet the needs first. And it's so
Yes.
funny that even now that I'm not chasing growth, people are bringing word of mouth, people are bringing their
Mm.
voices, bringing, and the work of the Lord is moving. And I hope that they will be able to say that we are making impacts because it's co-creation.
It's
I and the family working
co-creation.
together, that's the only way we can meet their needs.
This is amazing. My God, I'm hearing, first of all, did you hear what she said about like you can't help people if you don't have data?
Mm.
And how you get data is when you connect.
Yeah.
This is actually a word for me. It's when you connect because it's so important. You don't exactly know what people need. You can only make assumptions. And that's why I'm very big on trying to get like forms. I try to put out forms so that I understand where you're at because so that I will meet you at the point of your need is
Very
so
important.
important. It's so important as visionaries, as people that are on this path. And then you said that it's the way that even in the group, you just discern what your work is.
Yeah.
And regardless of how people are behaving, you show, see this one. This one is key, and I know it. I know
Because I
it
didn't
so
sell myself.
well.
I didn't sell myself. And
Exactly.
our success matrix has to be different. We cannot judge
Very.
our impact by what the world people. It is the person that sent you. Is what is just. It's not by the retweets or the likes. And
Yes.
God is merciful because you will still get the feedback. People will come back and tell
Yes.
you, oh, even though I'm not commenting, I'm reading. And
Yes.
for me, I'm seeing the growth, I'm seeing the impact, I'm seeing the connection, and I believe God is glorified and we move.
Yes. Yes.
So there's always
Yes.
room for improvement. Of course, we must all be open to learning and
Yes.
relearning. But I think it's always very important to stay close to the person who sent you so that you don't go the wrong way.
Yes. Because it's so easy to get derailed.
Yeah.
You'll be thinking, or if you're looking at other people, I remember, like, for example, there were many days because I've, like, for example, in the group, we do like weekly prayer meetings. And this is the prayer meetings. If I was looking at, okay, let me say, before we pray, let 5 people join or let 10 people be here before we start praying. Okay, now I just, I just took the prayer meeting as my, when God says, raise me an altar. When God says, raise me an altar, it's me and the one who sent me. I'm looking at him. You said I should do this. I'm looking at him. Anything he said I should do, I will do. And interestingly, God is faithful. Like you just, he would every step, even because sometimes we're still human beings.
Of course.
You feel like, this thing is even making sense. He will always, the moment you're starting to genuinely feel a certain type of way, he would just send confirmation, send reassurance, send help in one way or another. I have experienced this in so many ways. And just like that, that's how, for example, throughout this year, I've been in the SOR community and doing all the work, but it was just in this season, that everything just took off like wildfire. I don't even know how to explain it.
Beautiful.
Everything just took off like, and I'm just like, Lord, I'm moving with trepidation because I don't want to, I don't want to move anyhow. I want to really be at the center of His will. For me, it's like you. It is a very, very deeply spiritual event, the things that we're doing. And so we have to, please, I hope you're hearing it, determine from the beginning the success matrix, even for your book. In everything that we're teaching, maybe, well, of course, I'm going to teach you strategies and different things, but it's now on you to bring everything and decide the ones that are for you, because everything that works for Eniola or for me may not exactly work for you. So you just really have to get to know which one is yours and run with it. And I love, love, love everything that you're sharing. Thank you so much for this. I'm just going to be asking the final few questions. What advice do you have for like first-time authors who feel maybe that their story is too personal or too ordinary and I don't know how to write? How am I going to go about this? Yes.
This ordinary word again. I had another event on Monday and they asked me something about ordinary. For those that are parents, What's the big deal about raising children, really? You kind of figure it out.
Hmm.
Whatever it is you have because even if it's to sell popcorn, what's the big deal? To you, it's not a big deal because you have commonized it. You are in it. It's not a big deal. But to the person you are sent to is a big deal
Hmm.
because what you are sent to do can be somebody's prayer being answered.
Wow.
What you are sent to do can be a solution to a problem, a global problem. You see,
Yeah.
if you call what you are sent to do ordinary, you will not put in the effort that is required. God does not send ordinary people. We are not
Ah,
ordinary. Your
Shagada.
assignment is not ordinary.
Hmm.
The God that created you is not ordinary.
Ordinary.
You are called to do something big. It might look to you as a small part of a big picture, but it is a big deal. So I don't use that word ordinary because I do not want to trivialize it. So I
Hmm.
see it as weighty. Because it's weighty, I will put 1,001 into it. And that is the
Yes.
approach I want everybody to go with. Whatever it is, whatever initiative you want to launch,
Ah.
embrace the mindset that is not ordinary. Because that will be the fuel. That holy reverence is what will push you into doing all that you need to do, either to close the knowledge gap, either to get accountability, either to go to school or whatever you need to learn. It is not ordinary.
Hmm.
Somebody's life can be at stake. It's not ordinary.
Wow.
Even if it's one life, but
Wow.
God rarely calls us to just one person. Even if it's one life,
Yes.
you might start with one, but it becomes a multitude. It's
Hmm.
one life that Jesus died for.
Hmm.
Is worth it. Is worth the crying, is worth the emotions, is worth all the things that you have to go through to bet that initiative. So it is not ordinary. You are meeting a need. You are providing a
Hmm.
solution. Use everything in you. Take it personal and go for
Hmm.
it.
Hmm. Wow. Did you hear that? Wow. Everything that we're doing, regardless of how simple it looks, it is not ordinary. It is not ordinary. And it's on us to change our perspective about the things. It may look very simple. Like you said, it may just look very, very simple. My journey started with a blog,
Hmm.
and it was just a blog. Who even still reads blogs today? It seemed like it was just blogging, but look at where we are today. And I encourage you, wherever you are, on your own path and on your own journey, please don't look at it. Let's ask the Lord. If you're not discerning clearly, ask Him to elevate
Hmm.
your perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
your thought processes. This is a prayer that I keep praying, because if you see at the level of God
That's
and
it.
discern who you are, you will adjust your crown.
That's it.
You will adjust, and you will sit up, and you will know that, and that is what will give you the power to invest any amount of money you want to invest, that you know that you need to invest, any stress or the stretch, because it will stretch you. It's not
Yeah.
a no, it's not. I will not even sugarcoat it. The journey will stretch you,
Yeah.
but it's a creative stretch. It's a stretch that gives life. Do you
Yep.
get, like, it will give you, it brings life as you're doing it. You just have energy, even though it will stretch you. We are on a mission.
Yeah.
You're on an assignment,
Yeah.
and whether the world will still catch up,
Mm-hmm.
but it's on you to actually really see it with your eyes and walk with the Lord and say yes, regardless of what it is right now for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Eniola. This has been such an amazing
A
conversation.
pleasure.
Thank you. Please, where can we be able to find you? Where can we
Yeah.
get your book?
Yeah. The book is A Champion Speaks is on Amazon. A championspeaks.com. The community travelbeyondthelabel.org. We're everywhere. We're on all social media
Awesome.
handles and my own personal
Awesome.
handle. You can get everything from there. Eniola Oyegunle. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn,
Awesome.
everywhere. Because we are
Yes.
carrying this message far and wide.
Yes. Can
The
you see?
message of difference.
Yes.
God sees us all equal, regardless of
Yes.
whatever difference. So we want society to embrace difference. Uniqueness is
Yes.
a beautiful thing. Every individual was created by God and
Yes.
created unique. So everyone must see everyone as equal.
Yes. Ah, thank you so much. It is even because of how you see your assignment that will make you to register for the business and all of this.
Ah,
Exactly.
you
Is
must
the
see it.
thing.
You must see it as big.
You must see it.
Must, because
Ah,
it's not about you. And
yes.
that is what exactly what Ugone said. It's bigger than you. So you need to see it like that. Perspective.
Yes.
Change that
Yes.
perspective. And you get grace. You're not alone in
Yes.
the journey. God sends help.
Oh,
He sends
yes.
help. You always sends
Yes.
help. He's not setting us up to fail. He's
Oh,
setting us up
wow.
to succeed.
Oh,
You have
wow.
everything. You always have something in your hand. He cannot send you
Mm,
empty-handed. So
mm.
just go with that grace and that encouragement, and hopefully we'll all please him.
Yes, at the end of the day, it's
At the
about
end of the
him,
day.
it's about him, it's about
Yes.
him. Thank you so much,
No
Eniola.
problem. It's been my
Please
pleasure.
find her everywhere that she, Eniola Oyegunle on Instagram, Thriving Beyond Label. Just search her, you will find her. And
Yeah.
thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Tony. Well
much.
done to you. Well done to the SWOT team. And
Thank you.
I can't wait to see where you go next.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, take care.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, so you guys, you heard it here. I hope that this conversation has been encouraging. I thank you for the people that are engaging in the comments. And I just, as we are rounding off, I want to use this opportunity to let you know about Scribe Secrets 2.0 if you're not aware. You guys, God is doing something amazing, raising a movement through this mandate of raising scribes, people that will receive words as book assignments from him. There are books that he wants to release through you, and he's going to teach us in October 10th and 11th how we can take that message that he has released to us and make it into a movement. Okay, and that's what Scribe Secret 2.0 is about. If you have not registered, kindly run and register now. And if you have not shared the links with everyone, I thank all the amazing people in the SOC community. My goodness, there has been so many people. As at right now, we are more than 400 plus contacts that have just registered and are looking forward to this event. I'm excited and I cannot wait. And I want to encourage you to make sure that you register and join us in a few weeks, in less than 2 weeks. And of course, if you are here, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. This is my official author channel, like author coach and book positioning channel, where I'm sharing all the good things around book writing, scribing, publishing, and everything that concerns your journey as an author. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Make sure that you share this. If this has been a blessing, make sure that you share this video, this live session with someone. Share it on your stories. Tag me. I would really love to see that. And and just really tag everyone, share with everyone so that they can be able to get one or two things and be blessed just as you have been. Wow. God bless you guys. Scribe Stories continues tomorrow. We are going to have another session tomorrow with Belumi Adeyi and then on Sunday as well. So stay locked in as we have these conversations. You're going to be able to pick one or two things that will help you on your own writing journey as well. God bless you and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. See you tomorrow.